Good morning. It's day 4 here at the Daniel Boone National Forest. Here in a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and hike and get on the road. I think ultimately today we'll end up in the Hoosier National Forest. I don't think I'll stop in Louisville. If it will, it'll be quick. I don't want to waste too much time with that. I think it's just going to end up being like Charleston. Okay, I think I made it to the furthest point out on the trail. It's kind of a loop. Nothing too spectacular on this trail. I didn't expect anything, but it was just nice to get out and do some serious hiking for first time on this trip. Alright, it's 9 o'clock. Just now getting on the road from the Daniel Boone National Forest. So, at some point today, I'm going to pull over at a truck stop and actually use one of their showers. And also change the oil in my vehicle. Okay, well, it's 3 o'clock and I burned the whole pretty much afternoon. Not really doing anything. I had to get an oil change. That took a lot longer than expected. And then I had a shower at a truck stop, so that was refreshing after not showering for 4 days. Here in a little bit, I'll get on the road and probably I might stop in Louisville, but most likely I'm just going to continue driving straight through the Hoosier State National Forest. I got a little bit of cleaning to do. Don't worry, this stuff is clean, but I got to pack it away. I did end up stopping in Louisville. It's just a short stopover. Right here, I'm on the Four Oaks Bridge. It's been converted to a pedestrian bridge and crosses the Ohio into Indiana. Here I am leaving Louisville, headed towards Indiana on the Sherman-Mitten Bridge crossing the Ohio. With that, I'm in Indiana. Okay, so I made it to Hoosier National Forest and I saw a sign that the campground was only $10 for non-electric, so I figured, why the hell not? Good morning. It's day 5 of the trip, and this morning I'm down here at the Rock and Bar House, still in the Daniel Boone National Forest. I've already explored the area, done the interpretive trail, gone up to the cemetery, so I'm about to get underway. The plan for today is real simple. St. Louis. There's not a lot to see or do along the way, so there you go. I didn't film any of the campground last night because I ended up getting busy cooking, cleaning, and then by the time everything was done, it was already dark. Good morning. We're skipping ahead to day 6, and as you can see, we're in St. Louis. Now I'd like to point out that up until this point, much of this route, although not this exact route, I have done before, and St. Louis is no different. A few years ago I passed through and I actually did go up to the arch. I'm not going to do that today. So jumping back to yesterday, it was just a bunch of farm fields, silos, and forests. In fact, there was one portion that there was no services for 24 miles. And today is going to be no different. It's going to be a short day of driving. I'm going to end up at a campground in the middle of Missouri. So I'm just going to spend a couple of hours here in St. Louis, and then we'll get on the road. Okay, so I think I'm saying this right, but this is the Ed's Bridge. Of course, we have the Mississippi River in front of us now. And there's the arch. I ended up walking down to Union Station, which was a good decision because this place is pretty cool. They have this pyrotechnic show going on, and it is actually linked up to music, but it's copyrighted, so all these clips won't have any audio. Okay, I pulled over for tonight. I'm about 30 minutes from Columbia, Missouri, just at a little campground. There really is no amenities. There is a restroom at the far end, but there are quite a few wasps in there, so I don't think I'll be going back to there. Plus, I've seen a bunch of tick. I've seen at least one tick so far, so that could be a problem. Anyways, I'll do some video editing tonight and get caught up on cleaning my van. Good morning. It's day 7 of the trip, and give the update before I head out from this campground. Ultimately, today I'm going to end up in either Alma or Junction City, Kansas. The only stop that I'm going to really do anything is Kansas City, and that's about an hour and a half from here. All the other stops that I make are going to either be for fuel or just to stretch my legs. I might try to get a shower today, but once we get past Kansas City, it's just going to be a lot of fields and silos, I'm sure. Yeah, so this was my view coming into Kansas City. Good evening. It's still day 6 and I'm in Junction City, Kansas. The other spot that I had planned on staying was a city park in Alma, and they had 3 campsites. It's the first time I'd seen anything like that. However, the 3 spots were full, but when I was pulling through, there was a city police officer there, and I talked to him for a few moments. He says, well, as long as you pay the $15, you can camp in the parking lot. I decided to keep moving along because, you know, I'm trying to get to Colorado now. It's just farm fields as far as you can see, and it's getting quite dull. The other thing that's interesting is they've been doing a lot of field burning, so the air quality is not great right now. So yeah, this will wrap up day 6. Good afternoon from Wilson State Park. Pulled over here to have lunch, maybe do a little hiking, and just break up the day. As you can see from this video here, this has been my view for at least the last 100 miles. I did stop this morning in Salina to do laundry, and I stopped at the Oakdale Park really quickly. I have at least another 2 hours of driving today. Good morning. I'm in Goodland, Kansas, and it's day 9 of the trip. Yesterday I did the most amount of driving that I've done so far on this trip in one day. I just kept pushing and pushing so I could set myself up for success today, driving to Denver. I only have about 190 miles left, so it should be a fairly short day. Let's get into it. So we'll wrap up part 2 of this cross-country trip. Stick around for the next video where we'll get into Denver and the Rocky Mountains. Thanks for watching.